beautiful friends, welcome back. Today I would like to do something a little bit different in this series of mine, which is where I show you how I use different types of images as a form of self-inquiry and self-exploration, working with emotions. And I've worked with postcards and, of course, magazine images. And today I would actually like to explore an image from a dream. I've always been fascinated with the power and the mystery of dreams and the unconscious and the absolutely incredible, spectacular out-of-body experiences and sensations you can have in a dream. And I find especially interesting are the recurring dreams. And I'm not sure if every dream is meant to have an important message or a meaning, but usually I always know when a dream is significant because I wake up and I remember every detail as if I had just lived it in my conscious state of mind. And there are dreams that I remember forever, it seems, that have had such an impact on my consciousness that I feel they could be a symbol maybe for my life, for my path, for a certain period in my life, whatever it is. I think there are a lot of ways and theories about dream interpretation, especially famous from Freud and Jung, of course. And I want to do a little bit of an experiment today because I usually like to approach this is also what the series is about. I want to approach finding messages, finding answers and insights through working with images. And my dream that I'm working with today, that I would actually like to explore after many, many years, this recurring dream about an airplane. It's an airplane and I'm on the ground. The plane is flying in an open, wide open plain landscape. There are no trees, no houses. It's almost like a desert. And I'm just watching it. I'm on the ground. I'm just watching it fly. It's not flying very high. And when it's out of sight, it always crashes. Or I see it's further away from me and it always crashes. And I'm never afraid or scared in the dream. It's more like I'm watching in awe. And so this has never been a nightmare for me. It's just been something that I've had also in different dream variations. But anyways, for me, I'm just gonna take the plane now as a symbol that I would like to explore. And I'm not really quite sure yet how it will go. I will just go, I will find the way as I go along. But I want to make a collage using this image, which I found online on Unsplash. You can actually get copyright-free images on there. And there were millions of pictures of planes, and I wanted to use this one because I just liked the atmosphere. I want to explore not so much maybe what the dream has meant in the past, but what it can tell me now. Actually, I haven't been dreaming this dream for quite a while now. So I'm not sure if it's coming back, if it's done. That's actually something I can find out by making a collage because I want to tell a story with this plane. And I might also use whatever else is on here, or maybe I'll just cut out the plane. I want to tell a story with this, as if I'm telling the dream again. As if I'm telling the dream again, but now with my conscious mind. And I'm not so worried about, I don't want to recreate anything. I want to more see what happens now with this plane in a very intuitively created collage. I have some, a lot of collage materials here, like pages from magazines. I also have some more magazines over here. And I will just actually take my time and sit down and really take my time to create a collage. And what's important is that the plane, at least in this image, which is also, of course, is going to be the focal image. I'm working on this piece of cardboard here. What's important for me is that I allow this plane to guide me now. It already looks like it's, it's flying in a certain direction. It's like a sign, or it's like, how do you say? It points in a certain direction. And I will now go through all of my images. I also have smaller ones here in boxes. And whatever I find, wherever I feel, yes, my intuition tells me this is part of the story, I will put it here. And I'm not going to glue anything down yet. I'm just going to look for images. And whenever I feel my mind is interfering and saying that doesn't work or whatever, I don't listen to that. I only listen to my gut feeling. And this is basically what intuitive collage means. I almost let the plane decide what image goes with it to tell a story. And then I will look into, what is this story? So if you would like to do this as well, and you cannot find, let's say you dream about the moon, then look for images online or in your magazines that that have this right type of moon that you had in your dream, with the same feeling or at least similar, and print it out or take it out of the magazine and make that your focal image, and then create a collage where you place everything around the plane or the moon or whatever it is, and allow the dream symbol, the dream image to tell you a new story, almost like a translation from the unconscious to the conscious. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You can just follow your intuition. That's what I'm doing. And what I'm actually doing now, I am gonna find some nice soothing music that gets me into this dreamlike state again. Of course, this time I am awake, I'm conscious, but I'm kind of like in a meditative state where I have much better access to my intuition to guide me. And I will listen to some nice music, and I will really take my time. That's why I'm also gonna turn off the video here. And when I come back, I will just show you the images that I have chosen, and then I will put the collage together and show you how I work from there. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so here I am, and I think I've got all the images that I wanted. I was a bit anxious to start with, I have to be honest. I wasn't sure what was gonna come out, or if anything was gonna come to me, and so yeah, that also happens to me. And I know all my imagery, and sometimes I think, what else can I get out of it? But then it's always about the combinations. And anyways, I tried to have fun. I put on some music, some soft meditation music, and I just let the images flow in, so to speak, and pick me, yeah, like I usually do. And I really didn't know what picture or image or story would come out. It all builds quite gradually. So I decided to keep the entire plane image. I didn't cut the plane out. I kept it as it is because I really like the sky and kind of the houses and the ground below, like earth and sky. And then I found some images that made me think of like the dream state. This is like this girl with her eyes closed as if she's dreaming, and I liked that everything is kind of blurred and it's like in a dream. And I thought that the bird here looks or has the feeling of like an airplane in a way, just a small version. And of course, it's a living being. So I also thought that it went well with these darker colors here, and also I took out this one. I had it like this in the beginning without this girl, and I really like how they work together. And it's as if this person is going into the tunnel, and usually the tunnel is dark, but this tunnel is full of light. And there's also all this light in the sky that the plane is pointing to. And but then I found another image that reminded me of me in the dream, watching the plane in the sky, standing there on this desert, on this very plain ground. And so those feet, only one kind of fit on here. I felt that the feet bring in a new sensation of movement, of moving forward, of taking a step forward. And here, this is kind of the dreaming state, the inactive, unconscious state, and here this is consciously taking a step forward and moving, and having a kind of walking towards a destination. And here I decided to put the girl on top of this, I don't know, it's a guy or it doesn't matter, it's a person, like a transformation, because I see myself in the dream, standing there. And I've had this dream like when I was a teenager already, and this can symbolize like a transformation. And she has changed, and this person is walking towards the plane, and this person is no longer looking at the plane, but she's looking at the compass. And I might need some time to do some journaling and just think about, you know, what this means for me and what this actually does for me. But I already, whenever I feel like a little bit emotional, then I know that I have processed something right now through creating this collage. And since the dream state, everything is all so unconscious, and even what I've done here, there's probably a lot of unconscious or subconscious material in there that sometimes it can just stand on its own. It doesn't have to be interpreted. It doesn't have to be. If this collage makes me feel good, and I feel like I have worked with this dream somehow, and it felt good while I was doing it. I had some insights while I was doing it, and then now at the end it just makes me feel good, and then I'm done. Then there is no more complication needed. Of course, it's possible that you know, I'm not 100% sure yet about this corner. It doesn't feel complete. I always look at each section, how does it make me feel? Like this section makes me feel really good. And I am not sure. There's quite a divide here, which is okay. And but I want to, which can be significant because, you know, like there is a split, there is, you know, maybe there is a break or a change. I'm not looking there, I'm looking here, or this part is, you know, like maybe unconscious. And so there's so many ways you can interpret what it means to you and why that could be of importance for you or value. And so again, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna let this actually sit for a day before I glue everything down. You can see it's not glued down yet. I'm gonna let it sit for a day and see how I feel about this area, or if anything else comes up. And then again, without rushing, I will finish the collage and do some journaling. And yeah, so hopefully this is inspirational for you as well. A way to work with dreams, picking out your focal image for the most important symbol, what stood out for you most. And if it's something that's, for example, you know, here it was very concrete, it was a plane, but let's say you have a recurring dream where the dominant symbol or the dominant factor is that you just have a certain feeling. You feel, for example, anxious or something like that, where it's more an emotion or a certain mood and so forth. Then you can look for an image that represents the main feeling that you have in the dream or that you had in the dream, and work with that. And it can be very interesting and exciting to work with, for example, a dream where you just had a really strong emotion when you woke up, and it's quite blurry and quite unrevealed, and you just meditate, you get into a meditative dreamlike state, and then you create as if you're recreating the dream with a collage, and just let the images come to you absolutely intuitively, not trying to make a beautiful collage. That's not what it's about. You can see, for example, here I have, it's absolutely far from perfect. That's not how I would make a collage. If I say, okay, now I want to make a beautiful collage in my art journal, here it's really about the experience and finding the image and creating this for the content and creating it for the insights that I would like to get. And here I'm not bothered by, things not being perfect. Yes, so I'm back now a few days later with the finished collage, and I'm quite moved because, as you can see, a lot has changed, and I really see a bigger picture now. I can see myself in here. I can see me as a child, me as a teenager, as a young woman. I can see myself in different stages of my life, and the plane that has also been in my dreams throughout my life has always been with me, it seems. One big change is that I moved the young woman, and I actually realized that the young figure, the black figure there, the dark figure, is very, very important. And she is now standing kind of on the threshold between the two, as if she has moved on. She's like, it feels like she looks now towards a new horizon on the other side. There's another woman that's also a personification of me, I feel, just like this girl, like the dark figure. This girl on the right that's sleeping, that's like, I feel it's like me as a teenager when I had first had this dream, and it represents my then state of consciousness. And then I became, or I got those pink shoes, the feet, to actually move and make changes, and turned into this young woman. She actually now stands on the flower, on the petals, as if she's ready to jump and leap over to, well, who knows where she's going. She's looking at the compass, and maybe she's going to go and follow the little child through the tunnel, or maybe she's gonna join that woman, almost like a future me, over there on the left, the sand and all this darkness in the middle. It moves me a lot, because it's the shadow part, it's the dark parts, it's the losses of my life, it's the pain, but there's the light. And the plane, even though it kept crashing, and the crashes, they just, even through the crashes in the dream, I was safe, and the plane kept on flying in the next dream. And so, yeah, there's such new stories that can be told with this collage about a new state of consciousness, about looking towards new horizons, and and above all is the plane as a symbol of maybe also dreams and movement and going into new directions. And when I found this girl walking in the sand, I was really happy, because it connected this side to the other side here, also with a woman walking in the sand. And she looks very free, and it's as if, the feet are ready to take a step forward, and she's about to leap, and she's actually already now on the other side, and she's able to walk. And it's not easy to walk in the sand, but she has the strength to do it. And this is again a symbol for me that she's blessed. And that the same purple flower I actually have growing out of the head here. Even though she's unconscious at this time, the enlightenment or the experiences, these are all the experiences, also the dark, the experiences, the losses. And but she can walk freely now, and she's blessed and protected. Yeah, so this is just one example of how fun it is or can be to work with your dreams and just taking an image from your dreams, the one that stands out the most, and make a collage. And you just don't know what comes out of it. So I really feel that this collage did help me in terms of making me feel like I was protected, and I wasn't supposed to know yet what was gonna come, but the journey continues, and I have my inner compass to guide me, and the part of us, or will always be, or of our wisdom, will be unconscious because we don't know how to access it. I'm trying to access it as much as possible through this type of work, or working with tarot cards and with my SoulCollage practice. I'm trying to access, but of course I don't know how deep I can go with that into my unconscious. And maybe we're not even supposed to. Yeah, so in the end, I can say that this is such an intimate, personal piece for me, with so much meaning, and it has so much value to me. It's really a little story that has been pulled out of inside of me, and some things I might not fully understand, but I just have a wonderful feeling when I look at it, and that's just beautiful. Yes, I would really love to hear if you have any other ideas about how to work with dreams through magazine images and collage. Let me know. Also, if you're doing if you're doing this exercise, I would love to hear about your experience. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.